go, TV License HQ.
Fund the BBC. Fund the BBC. Fund the BBC.
It's your boy Zoomy. I'm sorry, what? Ah, disconnect. Lovely stuff. Oh, who is it? There's the other. There's a replacement. It's atomification. A cheeky ham shank. Thank you for the follow. Windle, thank you very much. 3 months. The fuck is wrong with you? Don't do that. If I turn the handle clockwise, I can enter the door. By Jove, Watson, I've got it. Fart. I don't know what that noise was, but it was manly, wasn't it? Jesus. People are being too kind. Fuck off. My fucking vote was the one that got the Tories in. You go. Don't tell Mother I'm having a wanked out mine. Die! Why can't the T-Rex clap? Because it's dead. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Snap! Always a trap here, right? If you're playing this map, you're playing Trapper, always put one there, because they can never, never avoid it. But Nightbot makes a good point. If you are falling... Oh, oh, balls! No, 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 no! Fuck! Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2 testing. Hello, virtual bread. How the devil are you? I noticed last stream you can have a regular shout out because I changed my shout out gubbins. Can't tell if that's better or not. How are we? Welcome in. Welcome in. Ah, squeak. I need a better mic thing holder. Let me just adjust that. I've been looking, see if you get a proper like mic arm, a proper heavy duty, proper branded mic arm. It's $70. $70 for a fucking stick to hold a microphone. Hello, Timmy. How the devil are we? $70 for a fucking mic arm. I mean, this squeaks, but it works. Actually, I need to quickly check, if we don't mind. Which you don't, of course, you don't mind. And something's happened to my mouse now because... I don't know, something's happened to my mouse. It has to be at full sensitivity to work. No? Has it gone back to normal? No? Okay, that's fine. Device settings, that's fine. No, I want slot 1, we were using slot 1. That's better, thank you. Doing good. How the devil am I? Got a pizza in the oven, ready for entertainment. I had the classic dinner this evening. Fish finger sandwich. And at the ready, we have Sherlock hat. It doesn't fit. For when we get hit by a Sherlock moment, we're getting the hat out. No, it's my wife's hat. My wife had it long before we started dating. So that's why it's too small for my head, because it fits her head. And last stream on Monday is when I remembered it actually existed. So I went and stole it. And now it sits beside my desk for the moment until this game's done with. But that is the extent to which our costume drama life lives. I do have to quickly just monitor my microphone, because what I noticed last stream was I was fading out and then coming back in, and the stream before that I was noticing I was a wee bit crispy. So I'm trying to find the middle ground between those two. Windows reset all my settings when I took everything out to clean it. Very annoyingly. Very annoying. Is that coming through? I said monitor only, you piece of shit. Well, it sounds it's pretty quiet at the moment. Okay, let me fix that. Thank you. What's back now? That's weird. That's very weird. Control panel, where is it? Because I've been kind of splitting the difference, but I don't want to sit here for a whole like 3-4 hours streaming something, and then like on OBS the Yeti mic through the roof in the wee meter, okay? In Windows barely registers on the wee meter. We're gonna take it. I think I had it about 70 before, and we're gonna see how that goes. I just don't want it to crackle. It's really annoying. I want your viewing experience to be wonderful. But I also hate doing this stuff live, so I'm sorry. And yeah, how have we been? How's your week been? Have we got a 3-day weekend? I know, Bread, you don't have a 3-day weekend because unless you live here. I don't know if you actually live here or not, but you probably don't, so because somebody died. Cool beans. Oh, the queue. Have you seen the queue? Oh, the queue is something to behold. I always have a 3-day weekend. Fuck you. We require the death of a monarch. The queue is something to behold. They closed the queue so that people had to queue for the queue. It is a 5-mile long queue that shifts at 0.1 miles an hour, which means it takes you 10 hours to go 1 mile. I don't know if they've sped it up. I don't know if the queue has been efficientized, made more efficient, but the queue is something to behold. They closed the queue. I've never heard of a queue being closed before. I don't know how you close a queue. Do you just have like a velvet rope at the end that said, sorry, the queue's closed, with like bouncers and everything? How do you close a queue? Where is it? Where's Sherlock Holmes? This game has been one of the best, if not the best, game I've ever streamed, right? 2 games now stand out for being really, really fun games I've streamed. Alien Isolations. Hello, Lils. Alien Isolation and Sherlock Holmes have been fucking amazing on stream.
When you're going on holiday next week and you've already picked all of the really good restaurants and you're just like, what a A curry? It's so delicious.
We're actually on the topic of planning everything before it actually happens. We're planning our wedding anniversary, which is our first wedding anniversary. And we've already got. We were like looking at all the restaurants in the area. It took us weeks to actually decide where we're going. And what we like to do is not go abroad, just adventure in Scotland. It's what we've always done. When we first got together, we celebrated our kind of we're officially going out date. Good evening, Jerry, and thank you very much, Liz. Good evening, Jerry. Welcome in. How are we? How are we both? If I didn't ask that already, how is everybody else? If I didn't ask that already, I'm going to finish my story in 2 seconds. So, we got together in April of a year, and then every April we'd go away somewhere in Scotland. And we're continuing that tradition now that we're married. There's lots to see. There's lots to see. And it is kind of a first anniversary. Hello, Gemma. So, whereabouts are you going? I can't really. We're adventuring some locks. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to be wandering around the lock and everybody be like, it's him! It's the ginger guy from Twitch! Ah! I know that's obviously not going to happen, but we'll be up,
What? Wait, I hit you. Excuse me, I hit you. What's that? That wasn't even a dead hard.
Hello, Jelith. Scotland is amazing. I love Scotland. Well, I haven't told you. Well, no. See, the thing is, what I've realised last year, no, actually halfway through this year, is that I kind of roundabout doxed myself because of a tweet I made that tagged somebody that if you went and looked at some of their social media, they actually printed my full name. Yeah, and I have a very unique name. Yeah. I realised that about a month ago after it was sitting up for like a year. Maybe not a year, like 10 months or something. Yeah. I'm in it. Oh, you can know my first name. We're not going as far as Inverness. We went on our anniversary, on our wedding, we went to Glencoe, Skye, and in Inverness, and it was lovely. Skye, it was November on Skye, so there was very lovely autumnal weather, but there was also, verge of winter, fucking lots of rain, and also the only thing they serve in fucking Skye restaurants is langoustines, and I don't fucking like seafood that much. I like fish, that's it. Don't give me anything else. I don't want fucking clams, I don't want fucking shrimp, I don't want fucking crab, I don't want fucking sea cucumbers, I don't want kelp. Do not fucking serve me that shit. Just like, can I just have a steak pie, please? Hello, Steen. Am I into both these? No.
That needs to go as well. That needs to go.
Look, Scrimson. Like every place that I went was like they were like top of the menu was langoustines. That's their specialty. Langoustines. Do you like langoustines? Come and get some fucking langoustines. No. I've heard of them. It's kind of like a shrimp's cousin who's also a cousin to a lobster. It's like here's a shrimp, here's a lobster, here's a langoustine. and I can't stand them. Shrimp, crabs, fucking whatever else, oceany things. They're basically insects of the ocean, and I cannot stab them. I cannot stab them. I could probably stab them. I cannot stand them. Hello, Wendell. Sorry, I'm on a rant about seafood. Bastards enjoying themselves. Went to a fancy place in Mori and they had like such a small menu and mainly langoustine. Exactly, Jelith. It's the islands and the fucking. Oh no! Piss off! Just get a fish. Put some chips beside it. Really, the only thing in the ocean that lives around your fucking island is langoustines. But I like the idea of seafood when I meet British fish, right? Oh, aye, fish, aye. Wrap it in newspaper, yeah, it's fucking lovely, ain't it? We went on a date night, and we went to a restaurant, and my wife ordered some Balmoral chicken or some Highland chickeny thing, whatever. It came on a plate. I ordered beard battered fish. Got it served on a fucking chopping board with fake newspaper underneath it. Can I have a plate? Why have I got to eat off the slab of fucking wood? Can I have a plate? You might as well serve it on the table. It came with peas as well. A fucking flat bit of wood with peas. Peas. Famously round peas. You need to push peas up against the edge of the plate to catch them all on your fork. See, just put it on a fucking plate. They said I got a cheesecake afterwards. That was on a plate. That doesn't need to be on a plate. That could have been on the board. But no, the fish and the chips and the peas were on a board. Fuck you. It's like, here's your adult meal for my wife, and it's like, you're a child, you will eat off this bit of wood. Goodbye. It's so unhygienic to use wood for food placement. Is it? I know plastic chopping boards are worse than wood chopping boards for catching bacteria and being unhygienic and stuff. You can't clean them. I mean, I'd sooner have a plate over a board. Okay, I didn't know that. I did once buy a cheap chopping board from Morrison's when I was first living on my own. And what I did was I'd heard rumours of leaving the dishes overnight in the sink. So I left the chopping board overnight in the sink. That was a mistake because it was actually glued together strips of wood, and when I went to take it out, it fell to bits. Thankfully, it was cheap. It would crack in the dishwasher. Well, I'm never having a fucking board again. They've been trying to poison me with wood. How are we? How's things? How's our week been? Do we all have a long weekend if we're on the island, the totally normal island? We just set up the game. And I'm sorry, Jerry, I did notice what happened there. Have you got everything caught up and cancelled? I hope you have. Hopefully somebody who is very honest has handed it in for you, and your life doesn't fucking suck for the next week. I hate losing that stuff. The thing is, though, there's lots of personal stuff as well you've got in there. Like, I've got silly letters me and my wife wrote to each other when we started dating. I've got fucking pictures of us at our wedding. I've got the first piece of wool she ever crocheted. She gave to me. She was like, "Here, you have that." Ha 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 ha. Then run away. I put that in. I'm thinking about a wine. Oh, a cheeky wee wine, eh? But if I lose my wallet, I lose all that stuff. And I really should take it out. and put it somewhere nice. But if I put it somewhere nice, like in a box or something, I won't find it until like 5 years down the line. I'll be like, oh, I used to carry this stuff with me. This was really cute. Ah. And then, you know. Some random membership. Okay. Getting your ID replaced though. Cheeky Gunny? Goonie? I don't know how to say that. See, whenever... See, whenever somebody goes, oh, I'm going out for a drink. I'm going for a couple of pints. Or, I'm going to go for a wee cheeky draft or whatever. I kind of get the urge to go, I can go for a drink, but I would normally never do it. I never sit there by myself and go, you know what, I could go for a drink. It's not until other people start talking about it, I'm like, yeah, let's go for a drink. It kind of feels like you're being semi-social. Like, I don't want to be in the same room as you, but we'll bond over drinking. Where's my game capture? I think it's over here. Same, Jerry. I can't stand beers. Beers and lagers are not the drinks for me. I can drink spirits, and that's about it. I can't drink cider anymore because I'm approaching middle age, and it gives me heartburn. Like the first sip of cider, and I'm breaking up the Rennies, and people are looking at me like, he's doing drugs in the middle of the bar. I'm like, no, it's the Rennies. It's the Rennies. Don't worry, everybody's fine. Rennies. No, there's no drugs. It's just Rennies. Drinking alone, but not really. You know what? If alcohol disappeared from my life, I wouldn't be too fussed. I don't drink as a rule either. I have a rule. Like if I was out with friends, I wouldn't drink before 8 o'clock. Like if you're out from fucking noon, I'm like, I'm not drinking yet. Fuck's sake, it's noon. Well. Welcome in, Staggos. You've seen Staggos, now see Staggos over here.
I'm bi. I'm bi. Well, I am, but I'm going bi. I love this stream.
Bye, Staggies. Bye, Staggies. You get it? Bye, Staggies. Do you get it? Hello, Becca. How are we? Hello, Charlton.
Oh.
Hello, everybody else. Welcome in.
Oh. Oh, no, not spiders. I don't remember this. No. No.
Don't worry.
I legit don't remember there being spiders in this game.
Staggies will be picking his pants out of his bum a bit.
Dad.
The post-stream picking your pants out your bum. That's what Staggies is up to. How was DVD? How were the games? Well, Staggies, for you, I will put on this Sherlock hat. It doesn't fit. There's Charlton bullying a demo. And you're most welcome. I can feel this contracting around my head.
What the hell happened? Hold on.
You knows it's Staggies. Sherlock Majomes.
Oops.
This is my casual wear. I wear this out and about the shopping as the Sherlock hat. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are we? Are we well? Are we good? Yeah? Yeah? Good. We're playing Sherlock Holmes and we're going to do some deductions. No data? I don't know if that clip worked. It says on my page that that was clipped 2022 years ago. $2,022 years ago. I wasn't alive then. Like, I mean, I'm older than most Twitchers, but I'm not that old. It is currently cutting off circulation in my head. Thank you. Stinky fingers, indeed. Right, we've already started the game. We need to get into it. I don't need another nickname, please, Charlton. I don't want to be Ginger Milk Django, please. Right, where did we leave off this? We were deducing who the culprit was of an intricate horse crash. Cart crash? Right, we need to find the subject, the culprits. Ah, we did this, but it didn't save it. This is at a jaunty angle now. He wasn't wounded. Not wounded. Angry and nervous. I don't think it's the angry and nervous guy. I don't think it's this guy either. I think it's the guy pretending. Where is he? This guy. I think it's this guy. There's one more culprit that we have to look at. Is it this guy? Daily local worker. Okay, so we have to determine who's the suspect. I think it was him. And him. It wasn't him. Not him. Maybe this one?
That's it.
Ah, boosh.
Constable, I suspect 3 people here. Take them to Scotland Yard for questioning.
As long as I don't leave empty-handed, all's good and well.
I know that look, Holmes. Have you found something new?
That's right. In order to trap the cab, the killer must have known the precise route it would take. Or even, that could suggest the cab must have set out not far from here, in this very street, perhaps.
Remarkable. Holmes, I'm terribly sorry, but I must go to the hospital now to help tend to the wounded.
You're always suspiciously
our earlier discussion.
absent during the solving of crimes, Watson.
About Kate.
So Sherlock, first of all, is John Hamm. This is John Hamm playing Sherlock. He doesn't voice him. He has no involvement in this game, but he just looks like John Hamm. Big old John Hamm. Big GH. Right. Do we need interrogate the murderer, examine the belongings, find out where the technical came from? Perhaps it was not too far on the street. Well, it came this way. Big old ham. It's big old hammy hams. Ooh, what's this? Is this a pile of horse shite?
Mud. Oof. Smells bad.
Could be horse shit.
There was a collision here. The lock was forced.
Mud smells bad, exactly. It's fucking excellent deduction there, Sherlock, walking into the bathroom after Watson. Smells bad. Yes. By Jove, I've got it. In the district of St. Victor, while in the act of demolishing an old house, masons have uncovered a nest of snakes, which has spawned upwards of 100 squirming reptiles. These reptiles did inhabit the bottom of a well, long since dried up. In the middle of the snake nest, there was the skeleton of a child who had likely plunged down the well. I've changed accents 3 times here. To his or her death. Surprisingly, the skeleton in question was still holding a red Morocco portfolio, which disintegrated apart from one legible strip of paper which read, "Do not reveal the plot."
A trail of mud goes through the entire room.
Okay, we've got the lockpick now. Right, we've got a 2 and a 3. Have we got a 2, 3? We've got a 2, 3 and a 1. So we use the 1. Yeah, I know. Shut up. And then back and then get a 2, 3, a 2, 3. There we go. And then we need to remove that one and get a 3. And we need a 3, 4. Put that one back. Ah, no, you took both of them away, you fucking idiot. We need a 3, 4. That goes on the back too. Stop putting that away, Sherlock, you dick. Stop it! And then we need a 3. This game's fantastic.
Saleable items are produced here. Mud. Oof, smells bad.
And more mud. Is there, Sherlock? Does this go in the sewer, Sherlock? Is that where the mud is? Is it poop? Have you been sniffing poops?
The carpet was placed here intentionally.
Carpets are typically placed intentionally, mate.
An old access point to the sewers.
Here we go. A wee jaunty trip into the shit pipes. He certainly made these things big, didn't he? Sorry, your toilet was clogged by mud before I was in there. Hello, Lewis.
Hello.
Hello, Grim. How are we? Ray, hello. Welcome in, everybody.
Nice work, DJ. Here we go.
I know this is the worst part of the game.
Perfect timing of, oh yes, CJ, here we go. Bang. Yeah, we're about to fucking be dead as a motherfucker.
I really need to change this so it just picks smaller clips. But we're gonna live through them anyway. We're gonna deal with them.
Imagine just letting someone come and sit in the sheriff's chair. Real lax security around here. They don't even lock the doors. Don't even close the doors. Look at them, wide open. Well, what a shambles, huh? What kind of law is in this state, huh? Look at them. They just leave the office open when nobody's in here. I can sit down at the sheriff's chair, smoke a cigar. Nobody's even here to ask me any questions.
I'm here. I'm Sherlock Holmes in the West.
State of affairs. You never get this in Liberty City.
Welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Lewis. How are we? How were the game? You got a DC.
See, I'll show you. Wait now, he's on the move. I've got one regular monitor and then I've got one fucking silly. There yous are. There's yous. I've got one fucking flipped vertical because it doesn't fit on my desk otherwise. And it's kind of weird. I'm not used to it yet. Really not used to it. Sorry.
I've always wanted a vertical monitor, but I feel like it would be weird and I wouldn't be used to it. How are we? Welcome in. Come on in. Have a seat. And prepare yourself for an interrogation because I'm Sherlock Holmes. We're in the sewers. Had some very odd matches. How am I? Fan-fucking-tastic. Thank you very much for asking. We're in the sewers, and we've been sniffing mud. This mud is very stinky. This mud is stinky. It's smelly mud. There's mud on his shoe. It's poops. There's poops on his shoe. So last time on Sherlock Holmes, we were investigating why everything had crashed. And we've identified our 3 suspects. And then we went down the sewer. The suspects were taken to Scotland Yard, but we decided we were going to the sewer. I don't know what that does. Oh, she knows.
Redemption.
Sniffing shite in the sewers as Sherlock. I'm gonna refund that. I'm not fucking doing that one. No. You can have your money back. I'm not doing that one. Not a chance in hell. Right, we can't drop down here. Is it a lift? I don't see what the point in that was. Up to your ankles in piss, Sherlock. Okay, that needs to go across a bit. Can we push it? We can push it. Is that us? Is that as far as it needs to go, Sherlock? I think maybe one more. Oh, you can't squeeze through there, mate. Too many crumpets. There we go. Again, thank you very much for the raid. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's had a wonderful week and has no work this weekend. And certainly doesn't have, and certainly has Monday off for no reason whatsoever. There's no reason to have Monday off, but I hope you have it off. Oh, it makes things float. Okay, that's what that does. Can I get across there now? It's for reflection. Here comes the balance game. I'm afraid all mirrors have been cancelled as a mark of respect. Respect has been cancelled as a mark of respect. Queuing has been cancelled as a mark of respect. I love this Centre Park stuff, where Centre Park's Centre Park visitors, they're called holiday makers, were told that they had to go home for the day, but that they could come back the day after. And then they told them, actually, you can stay, but you have to stay in your accommodation for the day. You can't leave the room. You're basically under house arrest. What? Who the fuck makes these sewers? It's beyond stupid. Which idiot decided, you know what? These people are under house arrest. You here for a holiday? No. Half the country's prepared for this stuff. Over and over again. They know what the plan is. But Centre Parks were like, no, you just have to go home. We'll just send everybody home. I've never actually been to Centre Parks. I've come down the wrong side. Can't imagine constructing, designing sewers would be easy due to the smell. I would like to think that during the construction of the sewer, that people weren't in the process of mudding it. I would like to think that they built the majority of it and then connected it. It sounds like Sherlock's having a wee mud himself. It's a bunch of shite. Thank you, Lewis. The guy who built the London sewer was called Bazalgette. Bazalgette? Bazalgette. Okay. I did like I would have preferred his name rhymed with baguette, to be fair. Ah! Buzz, what are you buzzing? My phone scared the shit out of me on Wednesday. It was like, hey, you've sent money to this person. It's like, no, I did that days ago. Why are you telling me? I didn't do it again. No, just has decided to warn me like fucking 6 days after the fact.
A red powder. Given the circumstances, most probably iron oxide. Or metal powder. Looks like aluminium.
It got so bad MPs couldn't stay in Parliament. That sounds like a better fucking system than we've got now, eh? Hey! Railway welding. Fucking honks is shit now, doesn't it? Because they're fucking MPs of shit. Hey!
So, it was the goal of Rasco's gang to rob the bank.
And now you're at the scene of the crime, Sherlock. Are they going to... Let's grab a couple of wee notes for ourselves.
The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes. They must have taken a great many valuables.
Maybe we should take a couple.
An old map of the sewers with a red cross.
It's fine. I mean... We should just take a couple of things.
The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes.
Just a couple of things, Sherlock. You really don't need it.
This vault belongs to the Bank of England.
Double more reason you should take money from it.
The iron wall of the vault has been melted through. Still warm.
Examine the map. Cash, money. Water room, and then a barrel. It's next to a barrel, everybody. Can we go away from that? That's disturbing. His eyes glow in the dark. Right, down here? Is this door going to open now? It is. Or he's going to kick it in.
A banknote. Dry, so it hasn't been here very long. All of the licorice has been eaten.
That's a very important clue there, Sherlock. All of the licorice has been eaten.
Murad. Quite a popular brand of cigarette. This cigarette stub is dry. It was discarded fairly recently.
Give it a sniff.
The tobacco's aroma is still strong. It's sweet and nutty.
Anything else we've missed in the corner? Oh, some
Metal
hoops.
rings. They're used to hold the barrel in one piece.
Anything else?
These barrels are empty and unsealed. The thieves used these barrels for the loot, which they then threw into the water. I need to warn Lestrade about this.
Maybe Sherlock was after a wee licorice. Aye, that's what he was not interested in solving the crime. He smelled some licorice. He's like, I want some of that shit. Okay, we need to warn Lestrade about this. Can we fast travel out the sewers? Thank fuck for that. I really didn't want to go and have to walk through more mud. So the suspect will have the shittiest shoes.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, we have a slight problem.
What happened?
One of the suspects, Mr. Reginald Butcher, has escaped. It was after we asked him to put his belongings in the evidence room. I'm sorry.
How did he escape?
He hit me in the face. Took me by surprise, you know, otherwise I...
Of course. That's all?
Just before he left the yard, he shouted, "Sorry, I'll come back later."
Sorry, I'll come back later.
He could have said that without punching me.
Is Inspector Lestrade here?
No, he will be absent for a couple of days. Can we keep this incident between us?
Is there no other inspectors? Find the escaped suspect who managed to escape from Scotland Yard. Did you see what happened?
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, he just punched me in the face and he run off. I was never expecting a punch in the face. It came right out of the blue. Punch in the face? Never saw it coming. What we got? Whose belongings are these? Dear Mr. Garrett, we are obliged to inform you that despite your expropriation, you are still in debt of considerable sum of money. We would thank you for the lurk. We would request that you contact our payment service as soon as possible. Otherwise, we shall be obliged to involve the police in this unfortunate manner. Changed accents again.
Electrical wires.
Electrical wires? What things were used to electrocute people?
Karl Heinzen's 1848 Der Mord, with a bookmark.
Let's have a wee look. If you have to blow up half a continent and cause a bloodbath to destroy the party of barbarism, what's he got against barbers? You should have no scruples of conscience. Anyone who would not joyously sacrifice his life for the satisfaction of exterminating 1 million barbers is not a true but Republican.
This terrible passage is apparently appreciated by Garrett.
Thank you also for the look. Enjoy, and enjoy your wine.
Thick leather gloves. They're probably insulating.
Not make
Murad.
probablys.
Quite a popular brand of
Ooh,
cigarette.
Murad. We know that. Benjamin, my son, I would be so pleased if you could join me and help me lead our next charity banquet, which is due to take place on Sunday after the service. Your goodwill brings such joy, and I know that I may rely upon you. I remember how your life began in sin, your feeling rejected and alone in the world, and how you turned to the criminal path. But you found the strength within to make good change. You became a good man. Our Lord will have mercy upon you. I shall always be happy to see you in our church, my son. Keep on, my son.
My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith. Whiskey. Of poor quality.
Jesus, you don't need to judge the man. Like a wee booze.
This pen is an expensive one, but it isn't new.
Pasta Gordon.
Reginald Butcher is fond of sweets.
Oh, they could all be in on it. Mr. Butcher, we have the most excellent news for you. Please arrange to visit the hospital as soon as possible so that we may conclude this matter. Her condition is stationary. Dr. Matthew Smith, Great Ormond Street Hospital, London.
This letter from yesterday perhaps explains why Butcher was in such a hurry. At any rate, I now have an exact address.
He's a mini snob. Dear Mr. Butcher, your repeated absence, which is compounded by your delays, which simply existing workload simply cannot continue. You are responsible for a number of serious errors that your colleagues have found themselves compelled to rectify. We are sorry for this present situation, as you have always been an exemplary employee. We understand the complication of your personal situation, but if you are unable to correct your behaviour in the immediate future, we shall be forced to terminate your employment. The Directors, Underground Electric Railways, Company of London.
Reginald Butcher had problems with his job.
What dinner? What's for the dins?
MB.
What is for your dinoir? We've got some clues. And we're just going to wildly click at them. Anarchist opposes state capitalism and market relations, but Thomas Garrett is in debt to the bank. Homemade chicken burger. With some chips. Air fried chips. Benjamin Fowler was a bandit when he was young, but he has since changed his ways. I had some air fried fish fingers on a sandwich today. Classy tea. Classy dinner. Okay, that's all the clues we've got now. We'll interview the two folk we've got here, and then we'll go and see if we can interview the third guy. Or should we go and get the third guy first?
Locked.
Anybody in the moog? That chicken was birthed from the McDonald's urinal egg. Let's go and get the other guy. I synthesize my own chickens and tubes at home. Very organic. I've really started to hate chicken. The texture, the feel of it when you have to cut it, the smell. See what cold chicken, right? After you cook it and put it away in like the freezer or something, you have leftovers, you put it in the freezer. You take it out, you plan on eating it the next day, you take out the Tupperware, it smells like farts in there, okay? The chicken smells like farts. Smells like a dead fart. Exactly. It's fucking rank. 12 years. I'm not laughing at the 12 years. Myelitis. Heartmorn. Lungs. Paliblio. Neurontin lyrica. Dr. H. Whitehead. That's a horrible name. His wife, Jeff.
Mr. Butcher's wife.
Mr. Butcher, I can confirm we are willing to admit your daughter into the care of our hospital. You will be responsible for the travel expenditure, naturally taking all appropriate precautions due to the delicate state of your daughter. Additionally, you must attend to any accommodation costs and all medical attention. The final bill cannot be summarised within this letter. It will depend, of course, upon your daughter's condition, but I must warn you the sum may be considerable. Dr. K.O. Medin, Karolinska University Hospital, Stockholm.
Admission file.
Yeah, we know. Sherlock. Oh no, we missed something over here. What have we missed? Something in this photo.
A young woman lost her life.
I didn't know that's what you did with photos. There's a VR mode for Half-Life 2 just released on Steam. Gonna give it a go. I really want to get an index, but also I don't want to pay 900 quid for a VR headset.
Mr. Reginald Butcher, I've come from Scotland Yard. Might we talk?
Lewis, you bring up Metal Hellsinger. Fucking love that game. It's not a game for me to stream because I will sit here and I will just be like, and I won't say a word. That's what I've been doing. I've been playing it, just sitting there, shooting things and rocking out. And it has a fantastic soundtrack. It's on Game Pass, and I would suggest it. It's very good so far. I think at level 7, and there's only 8 levels, but there's challenges and stuff in it. Love it. If you like metal music, some very good songs on it. Still not heard the Serge Tankian one though, which they kind of, you know, advertised a lot. I still want a Quest 2, but the price has gone up. Has it? I've been thinking about getting one, but I've also been thinking it's kind of expensive, and VR games, it's kind of janky. I'm not buying a fucking... What's the Facebook one? Oculus. Not happening. There was another thing I was going to say though. It was Hellsinger. And it was something else. This hat is making me sweaty. I'm taking it off. For now. It may return. This Hellsinger. Oh, there was something else. What was it? Hellsinger and something else came out. Must have been a lie. I want the index because it's got the cool controllers that actually detect which fingers are holding it, so you could, you know, pew, pew, or flip somebody off in the game or something.
All right, but not too loudly. She's finally asleep.
Is she your daughter?
Our pretty little Meryl. She's very ill. Now look, I'm sorry I ran, but I had to see Dr. Blowberry today and the policeman wouldn't listen.
Don't worry, I understand now.
Shall we investigate him or shall we question him? Let's investigate him. Let's check his face. He's got a face, certainly. 30. Oh, he's got wee beads. Daughter's gift. Likes it. It's daughter's gift. Got shoes on. Shiny shoes. Recently cleaned. Eyeballs. Yep, those are there. Badge. Railway worker. We knew that. Wedding ring. He is married. He's not anymore. Got the shiny shoes. Oh. Was once prosperous or second-hand clothes? I think he was once prosperous because there's a badge on it. But the badge could have been sewn on it. We're deducing. Was once prosperous. Validate. I missed that. What did that say? Perfect. We did it. Yeah, because you get imprecise if you do the wrong one. So we did the perfect one. Reginald Butcher, a married man, holds the position of railway worker. He is depressed due to the illness of his daughter, of whom he is extremely fond. His shoes are shining. They have no doubt recently been cleaned. His expensive waistcoat, now in shabby condition, reveals that he was previously a prosperous man. Mr. Butcher loves his daughter and is not ashamed to wear a child's bracelet to display his affection.
Can she be cured?
It'll take a long time, but I'm confident that we'll win this fight. I can't bear to think otherwise.
Yes, it's probably just a question of money.
What are you talking about? It's a question of willpower, and my daughter will win.
I do hope so. Although the treatment at the Karolinska University Hospital is very expensive.
Yeah, it's our only hope. Thanks to the good Dr. Blowberry, she finally has a bed. We're going out
horrible
next week.
name.
It's our last chance. Do you have children?
Yes. I have a daughter too.
No, he doesn't. Not his real daughter.
We'd sacrifice our lives for our children, would we not?
Yes. Of course, yes. What do you do for a living, Mr. Butcher?
I work at the office of the Underground Electric Railways Company.
Then you must be familiar with electrical devices.
I am indeed. Why do you ask?
It is of no consequence, but tell me, what are the reasons behind the problems you're experiencing at work?
Problems? What do you mean?
You have already received a written warning.
Yes. I'm often late to work. My boss doesn't understand my situation. It's difficult since my daughter became ill.
I see. Coincidentally, we found one of your company's cabs in the square where the accident occurred.
Really? Why was it there?
I have no idea. Do you?
No. But a week ago we had a technical cab stolen, along with its tools. Do you think that could be the one?
It's possible.
Any other questions for him? No. Electrical wire. Thomas Garrett. He's not Thomas Garrett, he's Butcher, isn't he? Yeah, okay. So, seriously ill doctor, problems at work. Reginald Butcher has problems at work. The time we do. Okay, we know that. Electrocution? Okay. Reginald Butcher knows how to work with electricity because of his job, but that doesn't mean he would be capable of creating a deadly electrical trap. He would have been able to trap the cab and activate the device. He would have been able to. We will not make a decision on that yet, though. Okay, I think we're done with all the facts we currently have access to. We will go back to Scotland Yard and we'll do some interviews. Come on in, Sherlock Holmes. I know Sherlock Holmes isn't like a cheeky Essex boy, but for some reason I can't help but do that. Get him up, pub. Right, who are we interviewing first?
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation.
Well, this prick, apparently.
Good day to you. My name is Sherlock
John
Holmes,
Hamm.
and I am assisting the police with their investigation.
I'm Benjamin Fowler, and I was arrested by mistake. I swear it.
You have not been arrested, Mr. Fowler. You are here as a witness.
Oh, but I saw nothing. I swear. Let me go.
Yeah, that's how you know, jails and prisons work. I didn't do it, I swear. I can go now, right? Wasn't me, promise. Bye. He's got a head. Yep, that's certainly a head there. Necklace. Religious likes trinkets. Religious. He knows religious from his things. Got a neck tattoo. Same gang. Calloused hands. Manual worker. I would say that's been a fight. Who has calluses on the outside of their knuckles? Manky fingers. Smoker, or he is ill. I think he's a smoker, isn't he? What have we missed? Belt? No. Gang member. Why does it keep showing me the top of his fucking stupid head? Ear. What have we missed? Like feet. Oh, he might have mud on his shoes. He was improvised bandage injured leg. Now, is he religious and is he a smoker? I believe he is. I believe this is correct. Yes! Benjamin Fowler, a man in his 40s, is a manual worker. That sounds like Blind Date. He is involved with the reconstruction work of the statue in the square, which explains his presence at the scene of the accident and his resultant leg injury. Mr. Fowler has a dog tattoo, a gang member's mark, which he attempts to hide. Yellow nails identify him as a heavy smoker. He is a religious man. Accident.
Could you tell me what you were doing at the scene of the accident?
I was working on the square's statue. I work for the council. I swear it.
Do you ever work with electricity?
Yes, sometimes. I repair electric lampposts, but I'm not a specialist. I swear it.
Stop swearing, prick.
It's new, isn't it? And complex and dangerous.
I understand. Mr. Holmes, I know you're a great detective and you understand me, so please let me go. I know nothing.
He
I
doth
swear.
protest too much.
You swear it, I know.
Finally.
Mr. Fowler, does the name Rasco ring any bells with you? First time I ever heard it, I swear.
Liar.
But your tattoo resembles his. You are in his gang, are you not? No. It was a long time ago. I already forgot. I swear it. I just picked a few pockets for him when I was
His
a young
hands are
fella.
so gross.
But I ain't proud of what I did.
And
all
we?
my family, my parents,
Oh,
my
we
brothers,
hands.
dogs and cats all died when I was a lad. I wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Right. Do we have any clues that can... Roscoe gang cat tattoo? Nope. Mr. Fowler sometimes works with electricity, but he's not a specialist. It's doubtful that he would know how to create a trap. Sufficient in knowledge to repair electricity, which could have enabled him to create the deadly trap for the cab. We will not decide yet. Done that one. Done that one. Done that one. Done that one. Now we need to question the last guy. Which we just had a wire in a
Please,
book,
escort this
if I
suspect for
remember
interrogation.
correctly.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Thomas Garrett.
His hands, look at them, they're gross.
You are a witness to murder.
Of course. Well, it wouldn't be the first time that the police jailed an innocent man in order to close a case.
No one has been charged yet.
Yet.
Right, let's inspectorate him. He is ill. Badge, anarchist. Worn clothes, poor. Black sputum, silicosis. Manky finger, works with electricity. Domestic injury. Works with electricity. Come on! Thomas Garrett is an aggressive person who wears the symbol of the anarchist. He dislikes the police and most probably all authority. It's obviously he is poor and his clothes is old and worn. Mr. Garrett exhibits black sputum through his coughing. He has a symptom of silicosis. Garrett is ill. A specific burn upon his finger reveals that he must work with electricity. What did you see?
Did you perhaps see anything in particular during or after this disaster?
Yes. I saw part of your bourgeoisie burn up and explode. It was spectacular.
Why did you remain in the square? Why not seek shelter?
Like the rest of the sheep, there were some wounded comrades, workers. I wanted to help them.
You have a severe cough. Are you suffering?
It's only a cold.
Why not be honest with me? You are spitting up black fluid.
Ah, well observed. Yes, I have enough coal dust in my lungs to fuel an entire London district.
You were a miner then?
Since the age of 13, yes. At the Newcastle mines. 15 years of hell. Those were bloody times. But now it's over. I don't want to die in those holes like my father and my brothers did, in order to line the pockets of the rich.
This accent's all over the shop.
Do you have any electrical knowledge?
How'd you know about that? You a mind reader?
There are electrical wires amongst your belongings.
Clever. Yes. I teach electrics to my comrades, since I'm currently without paid work. I'm self-taught, so we're not as dumb as you might think. And I don't want to work for bosses anyway.
Are we done with this guy? We are, okay. So what clues did we get? The Roscoe gang tattoo. Mr. Garrett's side? Nope. Okay, that's still a clue then. We must have to unlock something else. The electrical trap for the technical cab was arranged by a professional. Thomas Garrett would not have had sufficient knowledge. As Thomas Garrett teaches electricity, he would have had sufficient knowledge to make the trap for the cab. Again, we're not deciding. And that's been done. No, I want the other one. That one's done. That one's done. That one's done. We've still got clues. We've got to figure out some more clues. Let's see. He's not capable. He wouldn't risk himself going to jail for his daughter. Not a specialist. He wouldn't have had sufficient knowledge. Well, see, that doesn't. These don't line up. That does line up. And that lines up. But that doesn't mean they're right. And what other clues have we got? Right. Examining the belongings of the victims and the suspect. The victims as well. Was there victims' belongings? Oh, there was another one I missed.
The belongings of the victims, Rasco and his acolyte.
Licorice.
Rasco is fond of licorice. Huh. The licorice was found both at the sewers and amongst Rasco's belongings.
Yep,
A
knife.
normal pocket knife. A
Cards.
standard deck of playing cards.
Book.
A police report about Rasco. He's only a minor criminal.
You have a wee read, are we? Also known as Rasco, leader of the small local gang, whose members can be identified by the gang's motif, a dog tattoo. The gang has been involved in frequent violence, robbery, pickpocketing, etc. And a gun.
Webley revolver.
Right. More clues. Benjamin Filler is connected with the Roscoe gang. He has gang tattoos, but he has made an attempt to remove it. Benjamin Filler was once a member of the Roscoe gang, but that is now in the past. Bandits never change. His work for the town might be covered crimes. That's very terrible thought. These have all... Oh, no. Original Butcher works for the Underground Electric Railway Company. He could be familiar with the layout of the sewers from where the bank was robbed. He could. Bridget is not a criminal. He is a beloved daughter who is ill and needs her father. He would not risk becoming involved with bandits. I do believe that he would not risk that. Somebody knew about the bank robbery and managed to kill members of Rasco's gang immediately afterwards. An evil plan. The Bank of England was robbed by the Rasco gang. It is the bank where Thomas Garrett had a large debt. It's not anarchist ideology to rob a bank, they prefer to destroy. Thomas Garrett allied himself with the Rasco gang in order to take vengeance on the Bank of England, I think. Okay, well that doesn't ladder up. They all go against each other. Because we can't have three culprits, even though they're all equally culpable in my opinion. Mr. Garrett is a murderer. Have we examined all the clues though? You found and utilized all clues in the case. Please proceed to the deduction and form a conclusion. Right. These are getting more difficult because in the beginning they were really easy. Wood knows how to work with it. We would have been able to trap the cap. He would have been able to do it. That's right. Did we only have the clue for the anarchist stuff? That doesn't seem like it adds up. Mr. Fowler is a murderer. Well, how do we get... There we go. Mr. Butcher is a murderer. Who do we think? Now I think it's either Mr. Garrett or Mr. Butcher. Personally. Let's have a quick look at their belongings again. Can we move, please? Got the book there. But this guy smokes the same cigarettes. Is there anything in this? Can we rotate it?
My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith.
Who did it? Who done it? Who done it? Let's have a wee poll and see what you think. Garrett, Butcher, or the other guy. Was it Brooks? Got it. Fowler, Butcher. Garrett is the anarchist. Fowler is the I swear I didn't do it, scav. And Butcher is the man at the hospital. Cast your votes now. I mean, if we're wrong, we'll go back and we'll change it. Can't stop me. Oh, one for Garrett and one for Fowler. Nobody believes Butcher did it yet. Mustard with the candlestick in the library. I would love a mustard game. A Cluedo game. I think it'd be hilarious. A multiplayer. Is there not like a... Let's see if there's a real like Cluedo video game. It's basically Among Us. There is a Cluedo mystery game. Is it multiplayer? Online PvP, cross-platform multiplayer. That might be a laugh in the future. One each. Fuck off. That is how you pronounce Cluedo, yes. Right, I think... Butcher's desperate enough. He has the knowledge it was a very complex device. I would let him go. If it's the correct choice. I don't know if it is correct. I'm curious as to how you thought it was pronounced.
Mr. Butcher.
Shh. She's finally asleep. I knew you'd return.
You should go to Stockholm with your daughter. You will save her. I've made my decision. Leave now.
You understand? I was forced to do...
We guessed it right!
This.
Perhaps you were.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye.
Check conclusion. Come on! Didn't have to redo it at all. You're a wrongin' butcher, but you only killed criminals. And they were also wrongins. So he was the guy standing with his hands on his ears, pretending he was in shock. Emphasis on the E. Cluedo? Cluedo? Cluedo. Okay, Cluedo. Cluedo. I don't know what I said again now. There's a movie that's kind of based on Cluedo. It's... Fuck, what's it called? It's got Tim Curry in it. Clue. It's just called Clue. Fucking very good movie. It's got like 9 endings.
Holmes, at last you're back. We can't find Kate.
Where did you last
She
put
went
her?
for her lesson, but the teacher says that Kate never arrived.
Mrs. Hudson!
She's gone out to ask around the neighborhood.
I deduce I'm about to sneeze.
I hope she'll be back soon.
Kate, are you here? Kate!
Fuck, thank you, Lewis. I was just reading the letters and pretending that I was crying over the soup. Right, can we get into somewhere else? Do we have to go in the neighborhood? What are we doing? I know.
Why?
Why what? Why go outside? Because it's fuck all you're letting me do inside. I had to sneeze, you see, and I didn't want to sneeze into the microphone. You don't want to hear me sneezing in the microphone. That letter seems like it's glowing more. Can I pick that one up? Can I read my letters, please, game? Or is that just a one-time thing? You can only read your letters once. You in here, Kate? Kate, you in here? Kate, you under the bed? Oh, what's that? Build a character portrait by paying attention to the details and meaning of their lives. Do I also have the dad sneeze? You mean a really loud sneeze? You go, achoo! No. No, I don't. I have a regular chew sneeze. Totally normal volume sneeze. Like, we have to look around the room and find stuff.
She was writing something here.
An imagination book. Diary's been taken.
What happened here?
Items from suitcase. Suitcase taken.
Why was it left open?
Clothes have been taken. She's run away from home!
All of her favourites. They packed her things and left. I don't understand. What's that? The sound came from Alice's room. Alice! Kate! Kate! Where are you?
What the fuck? What if I used to go to high school with the person?
You never do anything right!
Oh Christ, you're annoying as fuck, kid.
I've had enough of you not caring about me!
And he would do the dad sneeze at like 14, and he did it for pure attention, and that's it. It was annoying as fuck. He's in his imagination, I think, or he's out of his fucking gourd on morphine.
Alice, where is my daughter?
Your daughter? You don't have one, Mr. Holmes. You never did.
What did you do to her? Slap her.
My God. My daughter,
I wanted to
what did
slap
you
her.
do to her.
What you could never do. I made her happy.
Oh, I'm not going to slap her.
Care what you think. Where is Kate?
You fool. You're useless to her. Why even bother?
I want to slap her. Fuck it.
Holmes, stop that.
I'll make her talk.
We don't need her. Just use your skill. I'll take care of it.
Watson's going to set about her instead. Sherlock's going to hold her and Watson's going to be like, pow, pow, bop. Right, can we investigate her? This deducer. Got a big mark on her face from being slapped. Angry. You would be angry as well if you got slapped, to be fair. Hat. Morning clothes. Ticket. Visited Highgate Station. White traces. Used chalk. But there's something else about her. She's not
This
got
will
green.
not change anything, Mr. Holmes.
I remember this place from my last visit. It's different now.
On the morphine rampage. We've got to use our imagination. Candles. Near chair. Past.
My choice is not...
Grimoire. What am I choosing here, game?
choice is... My choice is not entirely correct.
You're not explaining it!
My choice is not...
He's, he likes his cocaine, but he looks down on opium. But in later books,
My choice is not entirely correct.
what am I...
My choice is not entirely correct.
Okay, well I think we're looking for things that changed. There used to be a wheelchair there. That vase is broken. That's moved.
My choice is not entirely correct.
Yeah, Sarah, like the objects have disappeared since your last visit. You can okay. Caught on like a spoon of fire. Hello, Tato. How are we? Welcome in. That's gone. We're solving the case.
My choice is not entirely correct.
Cupboard.
My choice is not entirely correct.
I once I went to a job thing in my early 20s because I couldn't get one. The job centre sent me there, and I was with a guy that was a couple of years younger than me who'd had a heart attack because he had so much cocaine. I thought he was your typical chavvy Ned individual, but he actually really liked the pixies and stuff, which made him cool in my books. But he was off it. But what was horrible though was that the guy who was like overseeing the whole thing told the story to the people without his fucking permission. And he's go, oh, and I want to make up the name David. David, and you're here because you know you're signing on. You can't get a job because you had a lot of cocaine in your past, and you actually had a heart attack, didn't you? And he's like, fuck, don't tell somebody else's story, you fucking dick. It's nobody's business.
My choice is not entirely correct.
Can I restart this? Because I don't know what the fuck's going on. There was a portrait here. This chair was the...
I remember this place from my life. Something was taken from here.
The grimoire's new. Table's new. The cupboard's not new. His wheelchair is moved, but I think we tagged it over there. Phonograph's moved. Clock's moved.
No, my choice is not entirely correct.
The cradle's moved. Did we tag the cradle?
This will not change anything, Mr. Holmes.
I'm putting you in the bin. Is there a cradle in here? He was an arsehole, to be fair. I went in there once and I was late because I'd had a job interview. And he's like, why are you late? He's like, I had a job interview. You didn't. I did fucking tell you I got the job, and I was so glad. I was like, fuck you, I'm away. That's the tactic to make you hate them so much that the cradle's moved, that you go and fucking find a job. The vase is smashed. Can we tag the vase? One of the best things about finding a job, see if you're signing on, right? Which is, if you need to sign on and you need the dole or whatever, you're allowed the dole. It is a fucking welfare. You need it. That's what I pay my fucking taxes for. They're not allowed to make you feel like shit for signing up to it, okay? It's there for a good fucking reason. I'm all for it. They make you feel like an arsehole and scum for signing on. And I fucking hate that. But one of the best things is to go in and go, I got a job, I'm not coming back, fuck you. Exactly, Tail. It is like if you don't interview as if you're an arsehole, you don't get the job. For them, I mean. The phonograph's gone.
My choice is not.
Chair's tipped over. The portrait's missing. Disappeared. No, that's still there. Okay, that's still there. The portrait's gone. The grimoire appears to be gone, so do the tables of practice. Cupboard's still there. Phonograph's gone. The wheelchair's still here somewhere.
This is what I heard from upstairs.
I had to attend an interview once. It was lucky, and I got a job the next week. But I was yes, they make you feel like shit. The clock's still here, so I untag that. I was signed on for a long time because the way my degree, in Dundee, there wasn't a lot of places. Dundee, like, people will lie to you. This place is the next big thing in tech. All the tech companies are flocking here. No, they're fucking not. They're not. They're really not. If you want a tech job, you go to Glasgow, you go to Edinburgh, you maybe go to Aberdeen if you're going to work in oil. There's fuck all in Dundee. Except shite app development and shite web development.
Choice is not entirely correct.
Flocking to Ireland because they don't tax them. Right, the grimoire's gone. The table of practice is gone. Candles? Candles near the chair are gone.
My choice is not entirely.
The wheelchair's there in that corner. The mirror is moved over there. Untag that.
Portrait of Alice's father, William.
There we go.
Hamilton,
It took long enough.
And some items required.
The thing is, like, it seems like it's a knock to your pride to sign on. It's really not. It's what it's there for. They make it feel like it's a knock to your pride. That they sit and make you wait, and they go, well, you've not searched for enough jobs this week, or you've not done this enough this week, or you really need to brush up on your CV, or have you tried this? Have you tried that? Like, fucking yes. So the first time I got out of uni, no, I failed uni, right? Let's go big face this. Story time. I failed uni because I played World of Warcraft too much in the third year and didn't study. So I went on the dole job seekers after that. And after X amount of months, they sent me to the place that I was talking about where they told the cocaine story about the guy. It was just fucking generally awful. And I got a job at Tesco call centre. Being there, I realised that I want to go back to uni. So I went back to uni. And I resat and I passed, and I did my final year and I passed. Then I came out, and Dundee, like I said, not a huge tech fucking hub that it paints itself to be. It's really not. So I struggled to get a job again. Eventually I got one in the Edinburgh, Glasgow area. But in between then, I had to sign on. And the guy I got was a miserable wee prick. I hated his guts, and so did everybody around him in the job centre. One time, like, you walk in and you go up to the podium and you go, I'm here to sign on, right? And they go, okay. They look at your book, they see who your person is, and they take you and your book, and they go for a wee walk up to the waiting area where your person is, and they say, sit down and you'll be shouted on, right? I was being led up to where we were going to sit, and the guy leading me was speaking to his colleague and went, here, it's greeting puss in. Now, puss in Dundee, I don't know if it's a wider thing. Puss means face, so because and greeting means crying. There's some Scots for you. Greeting puss, crying face. So they were saying, is crying face in? Because they hated his guts. They really hated them. And he told me that I needed to network more. So I went to a networking night at a university, at which somebody from a mobile games company was talking. And if you know anything about mobile games, you know that they are immoral cunts. Absolute scum. They are out to do nothing but get so-called whales. Whales are people that will spend a lot of money on their game. You know, they like flicking the switch on the Skinner box. So he was just talking about how, yeah, what you need to do is you need to hook your whales, you need to get your whales, you need to get them to spend money, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm not networking with this prick. I'm fucking leaving. And a couple of weeks later, I got a job at a big broadcaster. Good for BA. Worst thing about it was I attended, I was treated differently. Like you said, you were hands off means you could be trusted. Exactly. You're treated differently, which is bullshit. That you could be treated differently. One of the places I went to was like another course, and it's like, bring in your CV and we'll workshop your CV, right? And I handed it over and it, there's nothing wrong with your CV. I was like, I fucking know. I wrote it. Because you got fired, I didn't get to have any money. But I was penalised for 6. Yeah, the fact that they can penalise you as well. What are you supposed to do for money for 6 months? If they can sign you off for 6 months, they can do it because you've got an attitude problem. It's a power trip as well.
I had to conduct a séance.
Sorry.
I'm missing.
Tories are scum. Alice might have performed a spiritual seance to talk to her father, William Hamilton. She did, we know that. Ticket to Highgate, morning clothes. There is a possibility that Alice visits cemetery before returning to Baker Street. Alice may have visited Highgate Cemetery this morning to the crypt of her father, William Hamilton, where she performed a spiritual seance in order to she take Kate with her as well. They absolutely do not.
Cemetery. Watson, keep an eye on her. Hey.
And then I got a job at a shop. She let me go because she was selling one of the shops. So I went back to re-sign up and the original penalisation remained. No way.
Are you here?
Fucking Tories, man. It's the same with the disability living allowances, or whatever they call them now. I need to stop pausing the game, but I'm on a rant, so they will refuse their first off, they're outsourced to a company who will refuse you initially on the hopes that you will not appeal it. And it costs more if they appeal it, but they get paid more for refusing. So you cost the system for appealing it, but they get paid because you were refused. It's a ridiculous system of slipping money into each other's pockets. Absolute scumbags.
Ross.
You should never feel shamed for having to sign on. Ever. And a lot of people, like the first people who will blame you as your Daily Mail readers and stuff. But what they don't realise is that people on state pensions cost more than people on benefits. And shows like Benefit Street and stuff like that make it out like they're living fucking lives of luxury. They're really not.
Alice brought them to perform the ritual. That's where Alice's father was buried. Felled by bullet. Kate's diary.
I'm with Alice in the cemetery. We are going to speak to her father. The ceremony scares me, of course, but I'm excited too, and I shouldn't allow myself to feel scared. As to what it is to follow evil, it'd be even scarier. She's so beautiful. She's prepared the candles, the portrait. She looks so relaxed. I cannot prevent myself from trembling. She begins, she calls him, she is turning in on himself, and she is muttering. I cannot understand her. She speaks a strange language. She's holding chalks. Stakes in both of her hands. I am trembling. I cannot help it. Her eyes are white. Her movements are convulsive as one in the throes of death. She doesn't see me. She begins to speak to him. It's horrible and I want to cry. She is writing everywhere with both sticks of chalk. And then you just later I got a letter through demanding tax on the benefits, even though I had received any. I had to get chopped and nag them for weeks and weeks. Like, they're just absolute scum. I'm so glad I didn't have to go through any of that. What I hated as well was maintaining the wee paper diary. It was just on the crux of the point where they were trying to get people. Oh, this is a good story. I'll pause because I do have a good story as well for about similar. So it was just on the crux of when they were making the website go live and you had to log all your job searches on the website instead. But they still had paper because the site was being obviously built by a third party and they were taking their sweet time. So you had a paper book you had to fill out, date, what you applied for, how you applied for it, how you contacted them, etc., etc. So you'd be on Indeed and you go fucking 19th to the 10th, fucking 2000 and whatever, applied for job, sent CV, so on and so forth. And you had basically it was every 2 weeks, so I basically had to hand over a half-filled book every 2 weeks. Now, there's not that many fucking jobs that were in my area that I could do, even if I was thinking of previous jobs like call center work. There's not that many, okay? So I was applying for anything and everything within reason. But they were like, you need to go online, you need to make an account at this new site, and if you give us access, we can see your job search there. And I was like, I'm not giving you access because I don't want you to see my job search. Fuck off. But they also had jobs up there, so I was up and I was reading the jobs. And I was like, yep, cool. Yep, cool. Stripper was a genuine job up there. I wasn't getting that. I know you're shocked. I didn't try for it, but I could have, and I would have got it. Because, I mean, come on. But there were still test jobs up there. And I went and clicked into one of the jobs. And it was like, blah, 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 blah. I'm a test job, etc., etc. Please contact Cleveland Steamer. Right? Now, if you know what that is, cool beans, okay? Virtual Bread knows what that means. So I went into the job center a week later and I said to them, look, I've signed up for that site, right? But there are some clearly test jobs up there because I'm a software developer. I know what test data looks like, okay? I mean, you don't have to be a software developer to know that, but I was like, this is test data, this isn't real, etc., etc. And like, how do you know it's not real? I was like, well, it says contact Cleveland Steamer. And they're like, well, how do you know that's not a real name? And then I had to explain to 4 middle-aged women and older what a Cleveland Steamer was, and that's why I knew it wasn't a real fucking job. They were all gathered round. It's like, it's not a real job. And they're like, what? What do you mean? I was like, it says Cleveland Steamer. And the first one was like, Cleveland Steamer. I was like, it's a term. It's not a nice term. And she said, what does it mean? It was like, it means to take a shit on your chest. And she's like, what? And then she's like, Mary, Josephine, other Mary, come here. And I'm like, please no. Please no. I don't want to tell other women what a Cleveland Steamer is. And they're like, could you say that again? And I'm like, Cleveland Steamer is where you take a shit on somebody's chest. I'm so sorry, Wendell. I am so sorry. Don't Google pretty much any phrase that I will put out there. I am corrupted. I am broken. Look at me, I'm wearing a fucking tiny Sherlock hat, for fuck's sake. I'm on Twitch. I'm a wrongin'. I'm not that kind of wrongin'. Carpeted. So yeah, that was a great time. at the job centre there. Yeah. That time I told 4 middle-aged women what a Cleveland steamer was. Great story.
Where do we find him, Father?
Look at those moves.
My daughter. Alice?
I know the answer to your question.
I can't believe that Alice made my little girl go through all this. Damned woman!
Damned woman. What did she draw though?
Trampled by feet. Scholar of Rose. Earth-digging giant. Find the crypt. Go to the old cemetery. These writings constitute a single message, a guide. Those candles have been alight for almost 3 hours.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that. Do we have any clues? No. I found all the clues. All the clues have been found. 2 clues.
Hey! Kate! Oh my god.
Mate, you're looking at me but rough, pal. Oh shit, sorry. I punched the mic. In the district of St. Victor, while in the act of demolishing an old house. No, it's the same one. We've read those.
It's Alice's father, mummified. Madame Destiny.
You know why I know what that means? Tenacious D. There is a song by Tenacious D called Rock Your Socks Off, which explains or at least alludes to what that means. So that's why I know what that means. I did not look that up. I also used to have a very wrong friend who told, I think he told us it? He might have also told me it, but Tenacious D is where I first heard it.
Storm map. A map of British rivers. Alice keeps her father's.
See, I don't know what a blumpkin is, so
canteen from his boat.
allow me. He is not in the chat. I'm gonna Google what that blumpkin is because I don't know, and therefore we have wronged each other. Okay, now I know what it means. We have wronged each other.
Alice sleeps here. Alice is not merely peculiar, she is mentally ill. I hope Kate didn't see this. This witch. Alice, she brought my daughter even further. They followed this direction in this message. They went to the old cemetery.
We're learning. We're expanding our minds with fucking disgusting things. Go to the old cemetery and find the crypt on the crossing of 4 others. Felled by bullet, scholar of roads, earth-digging giant, and trampled by feet. Find the crypt on the crossing of 4 others.
Peter recalls some facts about certain famous people buried in this cemetery.
And felled by bullet. Do not search any of those things except YTMND. Do not search any of those things, please. In fact, sorry Tato, I'm going to delete that message. Or that. Right, what do we need? Scholar of Roads, earth-digging giant, and trampled by feet. Was shot in a duel. Was killed by an elephant. Wait, what? Do Arabic and Chinese. I thought it said Alice. Unnamed. Go to the old and find the crypt on the crossing of four others. The crossing of four others. I don't know what that means. How was your dinner, Lewis? How was your chicken?
Redemption.
What's on the shelf? What is on the shelf? How about... That's the wrong scene. This scene. This lovely scarf. That my wife crocheted for me. Don't I look hipster as fuck wearing it? How do you do the hipster scarf? I could do granny scarf. Which is honestly kind of hipstery as well. You be clinging on a fucking life, you keep going. Yeah, life meaning lifesavers, the sweeties in America. Yeah, cool. Nice save. Nice save. I saved it. We're fine. Fucking hot, man. There we go. Hipster as fuck. A very nice scarf that my wife made for me. That was what's on the shelf. And that concludes what's on the shelf. Resigned his post, Chief Justice. Inspect this set and find four which are referred to. Use imagination to visualize them. So it doesn't matter about the crossing, I just have to pick four of them. Okay, what's this one? Died of typhus, and botanist, scholar of roads, earth-digging giant, trampled by feet. Well, I know which ones those are already. Thank you for the manly noise. He was killed by an elephant, so that's selected. Was shot. That's selected. Cheeky wee snap. Died of typhus. Not that guy then. Barrister. Scholar of Roads is the guy who drew all the roads. We've seen that one. I know it's around here somewhere. This one? Produced a map. Yep. And the last one is an earth-digging giant. There was an archaeologist, wasn't there? God, I look so fucking hipster. My TV static t-shirt. My fucking lovely scarf. I have a coat and a hat that makes me look like a fucking a longshoreman. If you've ever seen the TV series Shetland, it's the same coat the main character wears. And if you haven't seen it, I would recommend it. Was 7 feet tall, was an archaeologist. There we go. Okay, how the hell did they get in here? This stream's been all over the shop tonight. We've righted the wrongs of the Tories, taught each other terrible terms, relived the early 90s of the internet, and solved some crimes.
Kate! Kate!
Kate, my dear child. I do not know when you will hear this message, but I do know that one day you will be here, Kate. My blood, my light. I rue the day I lost you in the living world. Death is nothing to me, except to leave you behind and with him. Holmes. Sherlock Holmes. Will you have to understand, he is your worst enemy. But because he so loves to hide behind the mask of his dubious morality, he would never kill you.
What is this pish?
Holmes. I'm certain that he never understood you, and I'm sorry for that. I hope you didn't cry too often having him as your father. I trust that you made him cry. Don't distress yourself, my child. I died by his hand. But your questions are over since you now know. You are my daughter. What matters is that you continue my work. Join our cause, and you will be the empress of evil. My Kate, my flesh, before Holmes's eyes and in front of the world. Kate Moriarty has...
Oh, Moriarty. Okay, I thought as much.
Moriarty. You. Kate. Oh no. She knows everything now. Why did it have to be like this? The Dynamics of an Asteroid. Work by Professor James Moriarty.
Old Jim Moriarty's.
Young Kate.
My observation of the asteroid movement through my telescope led me to discover of two new stars which I will call Mirach and Adil. Together with other dim stars, they create a marvelous constellation. Its shape reminds me of my dear girl Caitlin. Yeah, my dear girl, covered in triangles. Yes, Teo, you came to that conclusion yourself, and I have been telling everybody who comes in the exact same fucking thing. It's John fucking Ham. From childhoods I have not been as others were, I have not seen as others saw, I could not bring my passion from a common spring. From same source I have not taken my sorrow, I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone, and all I have loved, I loved alone. And then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From torrent to the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from a thunder in the storm and the cloud that took the form, when the heaven rest was blue, of a demon in my view. It's not Ham.
That's a ribbon from Kate's hair. Kate met her true father. I need to find Alice. I'll make her speak this time. Professor James Moriarty. Because I could not stop for death. Kindly stop for me. Carriage held but just ourselves. Immortality.
I don't think John Hamm could do a good English accent. And it is really weird that it looks like him. I thought, you know what, maybe it's just the character. Maybe they were going to try and get Ham in, and maybe, you know, they just used the same cover art. But no, when you get in the game, it looks exactly fucking like him.
It's blocked from the outside.
I'm locked in.
What? Alice!
Accept your death, you fool!
You witch! Let me out! Free Kate!
He has.
Come back, witch! Keep your head, Sherlock. This is the only way to get out of here.
What's this?
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle.
What's this?
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle.
Living next door to Alice, hey! Alice, who the hell is this? That song can fuck off though, because they used was it Roy Chubby Brown sang on that, didn't he?
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle here.
Now we have to look for something that others would miss. What are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing? The only thing in here that's interactable is this, but it won't let me interact with it.
Moriarty must have set up an astronomer's riddle here.
I know what I need. I need the piece of paper. That one. But I can't interact with that, so I need something else. What do we need? 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 We can't interact with this. Anything over here? Nope. Imagine. Fuck off. I know how to play. It's the only thing in here, but you won't let me interact with it.
Professor James Moriarty.
Oh no, okay, we can interact with this again. There we go. Okay, now we can interact with this. How does, there we go, one. Ooh, interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5. I really have to draw this whole thing. This is gonna take me fucking ages. Wait, what? Ah, fuck, you have to join them. Right. This one? That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Another mystery solved, Scoob. One of the biggest suspensions of disbelief you have to have when you're playing a game like this,
Kate. I'll find you.
Is that the builders would not fucking blab their goddamn mouths about stuff. The Moriarty being Moriarty probably killed them. But you take that kind of conspiracy thinking to the real world as well, when people are like fucking what they call contrails or chemtrails.
Holmes?
And people are like, oh, chemtrails is drugs. Okay, well, you have the pilots, and you have the people on the plane, and you have the people who maintain the plane, and you have the people who have to fill the chemtrails up, and then you have the people who have to make the chemtrails. And you're telling me that through all those and all those companies that are set up, not one of them has blown the fucking whistle. Fuck off.
She tricked me.
Where's she gone? Watson, where?
I don't know. She left saying that she had to go and see a lady. A Mrs. Destiny?
Madam Destiny, she's a boat.
What?
Over there, Watson. She's abducted Kate.
I can't believe it.
She's a lunatic, Watson. She made a room for her dead father, and now Kate is with her.
Dad turned into an anti-vaxxer and I've never been more ashamed. You know what the counter-argument to that is? What kind of anti-vaxxer? Because if it's, oh, they just want to control you, well, they already control you.
They're on the boat! Hurry, Watson!
Or they just want to track me. Well, A, you're not interesting enough to track. Okay, Bill Gates does not want to put a fucking microchip in you. He does not give a fuck. And B, they already track you. You have a national insurance number. You have a bank account. They know what you spend. Why is Watson rowing and Sherlock sitting there just like, okay. COVID doesn't exist. Okay. All those people did die then.
Stay here. Kate! Kate!
Kate, I'm here. Just jump. Alice, I'm afraid. I know, but you'll be all right. Look, it doesn't burn. Come on.
Kate! Oh my God, no!
Go away!
Or would you rather burn in fire?
I'm a Moriarty! I'm the devil's daughter! I'm cursed! I'm a monster!
You're annoying as fuck.
What? That does not make you a monster.
Yes! That's why you've always lied to me!
I only lied to you because I was too afraid of losing you. My God, ask Watson.
I was lied to all of my life! Do you have any idea how that feels?
No, Kate. I know what evil is. You have a good heart.
Just fucking anchor out of nowhere. What am I getting? Yeah, hatchet. Throw the hatchet.
Yes, he knows. Nothing can change fate. Listen! Lord Marsh was already dying from tuberculosis. He only hastened his fate, killing him.
But this isn't your life. You have me.
You sent me away! When I'm home, we fight all the time! You're ashamed of me!
How could you even think that I would be ashamed of you?
It isn't possible to escape destiny!
Can we just
The Rasco
throw
gang
something at her?
Holmes failed to reveal their murderer. Their death was their destiny, Kate.
Kate, don't listen to her.
And Holmes will be murdered himself! I have foreseen it!
D! Dave! Hey, we're doing quick time events!
I may be killed one day. It's a risk that I take, but my word helps to save other lives.
Really?
We're at the climax of Sherlock Holmes. Welcome in, how are we? You've misdone it, Lewis. It has to be lowercase. Or it's broken. Where's my clips? What the hell's going on? Nightbot's at least doing stuff. Give me 1 second. We will get a clip from you. We'll play it. Hello, Mishy. Give me a fucking clip. Why's my clips not working? I don't understand. I just fucking shouted out you. You have a second one. Just killed all my. Wait, hold on. Does this work? Jesus.
None of your goddamn business!
Just a second. Okay. Right. Now give me my clip. It might be that. It's not that. I don't know what's going on with that. Wait a minute, we'll try something else. My clips are... Oh! It's just fuck you, Dave. None of your business. How are you? Prick. Exactly. No clip for you. Prick. I'm sorry, it just doesn't seem to be working. Clip store showed shut. Why does it work for everybody except me? Do you not have clips? Is that what the issue is? Fucking hell. I don't know why that's not working. Give Dave Bushy Falls. I don't understand.
Boss fight, I think.
We'll get back to the exciting climax of Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter. Dave is a good egg and should absolutely be followed. I don't understand why you're not getting a clip.
And albeit
I'll have to check the logs later.
Jeremiah, you save lives. No, you enjoy taking lives. You can't save me either.
Kate, you'll be safe with me. I'll protect you. I care about you.
How can you trust him? He killed your real father, Kate. Why? Why did you kill him?
He's a Rogan.
It was his life or mine. I had no choice, Kate.
See? Everything is determined. Remember the sign. Our meeting, the ceremony.
Kate, no. How can this suddenly mean more to you than your childhood?
See? It is so.
So, the story is, right, Sherlock Holmes has adopted Kate, who is Moriarty's daughter. Alice appears, and because her father died somehow, she hates Holmes. I've really not been paying enough attention. And so she started to manipulate Kate. Now, we've solved some cases which have absolutely fuck all to do with this end bit. Hello, Chewie, how are we? The hat is indeed back. It's very warm in the hat. We've solved cases that got fuck all to do with this, and there's no link until the very end here. And this is the exciting climax of Sherlock Holmes.
The next life awaits us.
No, Kate, she would make the boat crash to kill you. She knew that you would hesitate.
I don't care. I don't belong anywhere.
You belong with me, Kate. We're family.
It's a bunch of shit.
I don't know what I'm doing. Help me!
CPR has not been done today. The CPR minigame was great fun.
Kate! She really was the Devil's daughter. Over here! Hurry, the boat's going down!
Fuck that woman. Bye then. Bye, Alice. And the boat explodes. Why does it explode? We'll never know.
Daddy, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry too, Kate.
I'm really confused as to why you didn't get that shout out, and I'm really annoyed. I will have to check the logs as to why that's not working. My own wee script. That's not my script. It's somebody else's script, but it's not like a third party thing. There we go. It's over. We have Sherlocked all we can Sherlock. Or John Hamm'd all we can John Hamm. That has been very loud for a start. Maybe we should just take you down a couple of decibels, shall we? There we go. That has been one of the best games I have ever streamed. No, Lils, it really didn't. That is honestly a fantastic game that I would suggest, if you have not seen me stream this, give it a bash, because it is hilarious. Absolutely fucking amazing game. L.A. Noire annoys the fucking arse off me. I've watched people play it. I hate how it looks. I hate the state-of-the-art facial animations. I might play it. But I recently played Soma and Alan Wake, and I was angry through the entire 2 of those games. I was just fucking furious. Like, what the fuck is this pish? I hate this game. It's fucking shite. What are you doing that for, Alan? What are you doing that for, you dick? Jeff, did I do that? Just absolutely raging at the whole game. How long is L.A. Noire? Because I do have a pile of other stuff to play. Jeff is everybody. Everybody's Jeff. How long is L.A. Noire to boot? The main story, 22 hours. Fuck's sake. I mean, it'd have to get like a trilby or a fedora, like an old style, like 1920s. Is it 1920s? Hat? I mean, if we're going to go and keep with the hat theme. It's also in VR, making somehow both worse and better. So what I always see is... Wait, what the fuck is this? That's not what I wanted.
Grammarly makes...
No, don't fucking Grammarly me. This.
Oswald Jacobs?
That's right.
What exactly happened here, Mr. Jacobs?
Last night, I was looking out of my window. I like to keep an eye on what's going on.
I can understand that.
You see this empty lot?
Damn kids
play stickball here. Always breaking my windows. Always asking for their ball back.
Can we get back to the car, Mr. Jacobs?
Don't be impatient, Sonny. Anyways, last night I see this brand spanking new Packard up on bricks.
No, shut up. I want you to show me the stupid face.
So they could strip off it. After going and scared them off that car.
There it is.
What exactly did you see them take?
They was working on the tires. That's all that was took.
He's just. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I've watched people play parts of it, but I've never like seen a whole playthrough. I don't know what I had next lined up, by the way. I wasn't expecting that to end today. What I will do is just try to sneak this in. Fucking yes!
Obviously tell them the truth, Louise, which is that they'd be lucky to have you. But obviously I don't want to embellish, I'll just be honest. Mind you, I don't know what Sean will do without you. That's not really our problem, is it? It's his.
I'm gonna play through it again. Mushy's not allowed to shout out, apparently. Let me just try something. Up. No, it's really weird. I don't understand why that's not working. Also, that clip should shout you out at the same time. It should be doing both. It's weird. Right, what have we got on the cards then? What have we? I could do more escape sim. What else have we got? Asking for a reference on Steam. On stream, sorry, not Steam. That game's done. I would 100% recommend you play Sherlock Holmes The Devil's Door. They don't have any clips, but you should still get shouted out. I'll have to write something to make that work. Okay, I want to try something else. Let's try Dave again. You deserve to, because it didn't work for ages. Is that what's breaking it? It could have been that you may have heard that noise there, that it wasn't getting connected to the WebSocket thing. It's still not fucking working. Why have you broken my fucking plugin, Dave? That works.
Just absolutely check out from existence and stop worrying about whatever bullshit the government's up to.
I'm gonna have...
One each will suffice.
What's going on? It's broken. I don't want to do a tech stream.
I hear that's an actual person.
You got actual person. The inhale and exhale of rage. You take it into your stride, Dave. Everybody who kills me is a cheater. See, that also shuts me out. Sorry, I did it wrong. It's stupid. Yeah, it's broken. I've broken it. And I've also broken the kill clap command. Right, so Sherlock Holmes is done. Uninstall that. We got all the achievements. We solved everything. We got a special achievement. Collect all possible in-game achievements. Everybody is exactly. That was our old mantra back in the day. What category would we say that was? Not playing it again. Fuck off. What category are we calling Sherlock Holmes? Because it had everything. It had chimney sweeping. It had shoe shining. It had fucking blacksmith hero. It had CPR hero. It had stealth. It had vase smashing. Let's make a new collection and just call it crime. There, now you're in the crime category. It's in the crime category. The Mormsey category. I don't actually have a Mormsey tag, but he's not on Twitch, so if I did it, you couldn't see it. I did have other games lined up, but I don't want to start anything. Because I've got Phasmo. That got finished, and that got finished. Stranded Deep isn't getting played anytime soon. Neither's that. I've got RE8 ready to go as well. I might choose something short that'll take us into October, and then we can play the RE8 through October. When I install LA Noire, what I will be waiting for, because I don't know what it currently costs. It's probably cheaper on CD keys. It's currently 20 quid, and they can fuck off with that, because it's what? 12-year-old game? Plus the Rockstar launcher is fucking shite. It's actually more expensive on CD keys than it is on Steam. I've watched the Mafia games and they just seem very frustrating, if I'm honest. I've watched Bread, who's in the chat, follow Bread, play the original Mafia game. That seems very frustrating. And I've watched Danger play the remake Mafia game, and that seems also very frustrating. We'll wrap up with a couple of levels, because I've not got a lot of time left on. Of Escape Simulator. I have played Sleeping Dogs. I remember Sleeping Dogs well. Do you remember the game that was supposed to have inspired Sleeping Dogs? Was it a true crime game? It started out with fuck. It ended up with Snoop Dogg in it. The true crime series of games where you could shoot out tires on cars, and that was the big selling point. Was it called True Crime? True Crime Streets of LA, which had... Who was the big famous face attached to it? Was it not a... I swear there was a... Michelle Rodriguez was in it. Christopher Walken was in it. Gary Oldman was in it. Michael Madsen was in it. And then they made another one, which was New York City. And I think Snoop Dogg was in that one. Lawrence Fishburne's in it. Mickey Rourke's in it. I don't recognize any more names. I could have swore Snoop Dogg was in that one. And then the third one got turned into Sleeping Dogs. Right, I'm not going to put a bet. No, will we put a bet? We'll put a bet on. Did we finish the Office one? We did, didn't we? Yeah, the Office one's done. On PC. You mean Sleeping Dogs? Yeah, I played through it on PC. I've got it. Don't do predictions there because the window's too fucking small. We'll go for the 15 minutes or less. Place your bets. Will I manage the next level in 15 minutes? Know that I fucked up this level really badly. You can't actually see the pointer in this game. The Office, I really fucked up. Wait a minute, I have my shout thing open. Okay, cool. Means I also have... No, I don't have it. We'll wait until the bet's done. I could do a wee bit of a quick admin. Well, the bet's up. There it is, and then there's that. Is that the one? Isn't indeed there is. Because I renamed that field, didn't I? Did I? I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Right. I need to go in here and go in here and go over. Close that. Yeah, sure, save it. There's no reason that should have broke with you, Dave. Oh well. You believe in me? Ah, your belief is misplaced. 1,000 on yes. No one wins if I don't get it. So the executive office, will I manage it in 15 minutes or less? Let's go. Okay, we're gonna take our time. Have a quick look around. Keyboard in here. Key that we need. Another cheeky wee keyboard in here. What's this? A button? Any drawers that need opened? Okay, we've got something here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Some kind of hello world. Hello world, hello. Oh, it has to be red, okay. Blue line. So blue is... Red is what we want, so we want red too. So text color 2. Hello. Text color. There's no white in there. 7. World. Text color 2. Hello. Right. What color? I'm colorblind. Is that cyan? I'm not totally colorblind, but I can't see the difference between those two. Thank you. Hello, hello. Okay. Clear. And then for what 1 to 3, print hello, and then next I. And for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And one last hello world. Compartment unlocked. Okay, we got a thing. Okay, what about this? We need a tape for that. What about this? We need a disc for this? I'm starting to be really good at hiding things. I can't even find some of the things I've stashed away. But remember this, I have to remember. Red and blue floppy disks don't hold the key if they don't work together. Fly. Ring. I don't know what this means. Okay, so that's that. Okay, we've got something here. We've got a tie. Don't need that. Can we move this chair? Any of these drawers open? Nope. Look, we've got this. Dial BBS number. The blue disc in there. Can't do anything with that. Brainscape hypnosis. So the squiggly one is Brainscape. Some kind of owl is hypnosis. We don't have hypnosis, so that's ignored. We need info games and similaris. Info games. Similaris. And the fly's wrong. What's the fly? It's bullfly. Fuck off. Brainscape similaris? Is that how you say it? Info games. Okay, these have got drawers. We've got drawers here. More ties. Oh, I might as well clean up while we're here. What's this? What's this? What's this? Open up! Screwdriver and bits for the screwdriver. Okay. Throw the screwdriver box away. We don't care for it. But we need to figure out what it opens. Do these move? Select 3 ties. Okay, well we've got black, blue, and red. So black, is that green? Or grey? Blue. And red. Stripy one. Right, red, stripy. Black is hexagony. That one. And the blue one is plus signs. That one. Okay, then we put chip slot in the chip slot. There we go. Number 1. Done. Let's see what else we've got in here. Can't unlock anything. We need a BBS code. What else have we got here? We've got 10 minutes left. One of my previous mistakes was just throwing stuff around. I don't want to do that again. Nothing behind that. Put that back. Nothing behind that. Put that back. These can't be dragged off the wall. That's can't be touched. Cables. Nope. Oh, there's a sheet here. Basic 10 is the simplest program knowledge. You enter commands and after you print run. Okay, hello world, text color, yep, 4, yep, I know how that works. I know that things I didn't need that. So Similaris, Bullfly, Info Games, and Brainscape. 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 No, that's not Info. That's Similaris. And the fucking tortoise is info. There we go. Insert 2 floppy disks. We only have 1. Okay. We've got that at least. We need to find the second floppy disk. There's a button. Oh hey! Tape! Oh hey! There we go. Oh, the screwdriver. Fuck, it's like real life. Wait, what? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know what you want me to do. Just spin the fucking thing? Can't take it out now. We found abandonware of True Crime LA. There we go. What number am I thinking of? 1 to 100. Are you fucking kidding? Three. You guess way too low. 30. 60. 50. 55. 57. 56. That one and that one's done. I hope there's no more desks or anything in there. Nope. Okay. We need a desk. BBS 555-256-222. 555-256-222. From dawn to sunset, hidden in plain sight. 3. From dawn to sunset, hidden in plain sight. 6. 8. The 6 there. 268. Okay. Now, do you have anything else in you? Like a desk or that, huh? That doesn't do anything. Give me the desk back. We need another desk. Where would the other desk be? Just put it that way. Fuck off. Also fuck off. Wait, what else is in here? Nothing. Right. What's in here? Nothing. We need a key. Are any of these? No. Fuck off in the corner. Fuck off in the corner. Key? No. Fuck off. No. I found a key somehow. Cool. My aggressive picking up of stuff and throwing it finally pays off. Two, 8, 7. 287? Okay, but where does that go? Okay, in here. 287. Fucking yes! That's a win for the believer. Singular. The only person who believed in me. I'd like to thank the only person who believed in me. Chewie. Get those points back. I'd like to thank Chewie. I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank everybody involved in the production of the stream. We can squeeze another one in. Should we do I'll stick with the 15. The 15 one kind of works. 115. I'll leave it up for a minute. I'm going to start playing it you're welcome to take part, and you can figure out whether or not I'm going to be any good at it. That's just a token. I need to bring up OBS instead because the other one's annoying me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, -1. Okay. All your dreams, Donald Crane. So E R A N E. 2 keys, okay. Omega. This. We open this? Okay, what's it say? The elevator's still not been fixed. Press 2 3 times quickly and then press the button -1 to go to the second floor. What does this do? Hey, where's the briefcase? Anything else in here that's worth the button? There's a key. There's a banana. Right, banana, inspect the banana. Banana is banana. Cool. Key opens this. Spectacles, spectacles, bin. Briefcase, that should be empty now, bin. Report, garbage, bin, bin, bin. Right, C4. Those white lights were white and cyan. I saw, which is really annoying because I can't. Much can be learned by absorbing the space between our thoughts. But I feel like that is telling me to block the door with something, or look out this fucking window. They went missing on the way down. 7 something 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 -1. Okay, L 3 4 3. What? So 6 2 4 and 6 6 2 4. Okay, it's only a 3-digit code. 2 6 4. So 2. The reason I'm thinking 6 is because there's 3 dots there. It doesn't replicate anywhere else. The 2 can either be a 7. 4 dots, sorry, could be either a 7 or a 2. But I think they're a 2. A 7, sorry. 6 7, and then the 3 is the 4. 6 7 3. 6 7 4. Correct. Give me that. Give me the key. Does this go in here? That does not go in there. Okay, we need to block the door. That doesn't do anything. What's this? Okay, we need to get all the blue ones in the middle? No, that can't be right. White ones. Well, that can't be right. Check floor 4. Okay, well, fuck off with that push. 2 6. Nope. Back down to the floor. 2, 6, 8, 0. Key. Time. Half an omega. What's on this first floor? The 0th floor. Seven. He went missing on the way down. Something, 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 1. 642. 420. No, okay. Okay, -1's the way out. Does that combine with that? No. Let's go back to 6. Did we solve 6? Oh, wait, hello. What's this? Triangle, triangle, triangle? Move the mop bucket, move the mop. There's no way to block the door. Okay, you think that we need to get blues all in the middle. Blues there. 2 blues. Could you rotate a wee bit the way I want you to, please? I don't understand. I think we need 2 blues and 1. No, that can't add up. Don't understand that puzzle. This one's done. This one's done. There's a big token there. This is the one where they went missing between the floors, but we need something to wedge the door open. How do we wedge the door open? There's the token up here. Give me those. I don't understand. I don't understand. The bin. What am I missing? One of those annual reports. We don't care about that. This had just a token in it as a cloth, so we don't care about that. This. Can we pick this up? No, we just move that around. Cool. Okay. We didn't pick up our stuff. Give me that. Plant. Let's move the plant. Is there anything under the plant? No. Okay, let's get the briefcase. Did we miss anything in the briefcase? We didn't, because we already opened the side panel. And there was nothing else in that. Put it there. Floor 4 if we can. It just goes right through it. Floor 7. See if there's anything else up here. We solved this one. Let's go to the bottom floor and just look out this window and see if there's anything we missed. 2680. Yes, we got that one. There's nothing else out there. There's 3 circles on the floor. Oh, that's the... Is that floor 4 puzzle? I am not winning. This is this puzzle. Do we need to make an omega? that right? Nope, that's not right. We need to do that. Nope, we don't. Yeah, we do. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. That's that done. That's that done. They need to move those. Does that work? That's an omega. That's almost an omega. Come on. That's an omega. Fuck off. The floor stain doesn't help though, because the floor stain doesn't show what we actually need to make. Triangle, triangle, triangle. And there's these two, but I can't do anything with them. This fits something. It goes in there, but it doesn't do anything. Nothing in there. 2. Okay. What have we got to do with this? I heard a clock there. What have we? I can't see these. Is there a colorblind mode for this? What's streamer mode? Don't tell me what that is, but okay. What is this supposed to be? Oh, that's went away. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Tail. Push them all. Yep, that one. No. There's 2 tiles missing. We can't complete that one because the 2 tiles need to be on the roof. Can't complete this. We can't complete this. Haha! How do we combine stuff? No, that would work. That would work. Okay. They went missing on the way down. 7 something 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 minus 1. 6420 minus 1. 642 no, okay, 420 no, 640 no, 420 no. There's only so many combinations. The way down. 7 something 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 minus 1. Did I pick that up? No. What am I missing here? They went missing on the way down. The only combination is the 3 numbers on the right. 642. They missing down on the way went. 4-4-2 classic formation. Right, I didn't win for the bet, I'm sorry. Well, you sorry about that? Whoever bet, I'm sorry, you lost money. No, you've not, because nobody bet against you, so you're just gonna delete it. Okay, we're at floor 6. That would open the fucking door. Can I use the hint system again? No. Is it supposed to be white in the middle? Something to do with the mop? Where have I put the mop? Where's the mop? Game's a bogey, the mop's disappeared. Hell, bored again. Ha! Got him. Mop's gone, people. Game's a bogey. If I need to use the mop's gone. Just absolutely disappeared as the mop. Right, tell you what I'll do is I will not go into Discord. It was important, Wendell. It says in the hints that I need to use it. So I'm going to go to the main menu and we'll go back into that level. There we go, we got the mop back. Right, what's your problem? I said I needed the mop. Are we... Okay. Here we got that again. I'll open this. It wasn't in my inventory, I don't think. And if it was, then I just restarted anyway. It doesn't matter because nobody's... I'm not putting the bet back up. Off. Fuck off. No, I need the mop. Apparently I need the mop for what? I don't know. Oh my god. I have to mop the fucking floor. Fuck off. Right, bottom right needs to be all blue. Top and... Fuck off. Bottom and middle needs to be blue. Wait. Yeah, bottom right and middle need to be blue. Fuck's sake, indeed. You're a fucking Toby, away with you. Fuck off, arsehole. Right, what else do we need blue? Get my way. Oh, throw the thing away. 4 top, 4 bottom. Okay. We need to swap that white one. We need to take those 2 away. into here. Take that up to there. Swap that. Swap. And back again. Nope, that's right. No, that isn't right. That is right. Okay. That. Do this. Then do that. Then do this. That's not right. Maybe? Nope, that's wrong. Go. Back. Back. And that. And that. And this. I hate these spinny puzzles, they do not work well with mice. There we go, we've got a key part, right. And this goes in here. 4-7. That is 6, 7, 4. Floor 7 done, floor 6 done. Floor 4. 2680, isn't it? Yeah. Another key. Bang that. Bang that on the floor apparently. Another bit for the key, right. Investigate, yep, cool. Investigate, yep, cool. Right, okay, we've got more key. Right, floor 0. That's the one we don't know, so floor 2. That is the one with the roof panels. And if I remember, we just want the omegas, so we turn everything on. And then we turn off 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. Here's where the other key part, which again would open the door. And then the last puzzle, 0. They went missing on the way down. Now, does anybody have any inkling as to what that would be? Wait a minute, I know what it is. 5, 3, 1. Fucking moron. Oh, Christ. What is it? What is it? What is it? I've lost the mop. Fucking idiot. I am about to send you on to somebody else. Thank you very much for joining us for the end of Sherlock. The end of Sherlock as you know it. And thank you very much for popping in, for chatting, for the redemptions, for all of that stuff. I will be back on Monday with the national day off for no reason whatsoever. And yeah, just thank you again. I'm going to send you on to our Joe, who is playing a game called Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us. If you pop into Joe, give him a follow. And the answer is no. No, he's not. Again, thank you very much, everybody. See you on Monday. We'll play something new. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll see. Have a wonderful weekend, long weekend, and I'll catch you then. Ciao!